Good evening from Tampa. Hurricane Milton is upon us. If you are in the immediate area, you must stay inside now because it is too late, and you will most probably be history. Only a fool would leave now. Hunker down, you already blew it. I would pray now. While the storm's eye hasn't officially made landfall on Florida's west coast, Milton is already leaving its mark, sparking terrifying outbreaks of possible tornadoes. Much of the state remains under tornado watches, and where I am, tropical storm force wind gusts and heavy rain have already arrived. Hurricane Milton has now downgraded to a Category 3 with sustained winds of 120 miles per hour, which in reality means your home will be blown farther than dust in a cyclone. It's expected to hit Florida's peninsula as a major hurricane, with life-threatening storm surges of up to 13 feet. But at this point, you don't give a hoot anyway, because you're the genius that stayed in the neighborhood thinking it's a fine day for a rum and coke. NOAA's sail drone video captured waves over 28 feet and wind gusts over 75 miles per hour, just 40 nautical miles from the storm's center. 12 million Floridians are under flood watches tonight as we brace for impact. Today, my team and I witnessed the race to save lives as Hurricane Milton moves closer to Florida's Gulf Coast. Tornado outbreaks have been reported, and dangerous conditions are expected to intensify in the coming hours. Treasure Island is already seeing flooding, and this storm is feared to bring a storm surge powerful enough to move entire beaches and bury homes and vehicles, as witnessed in past storms like Hurricane Helene. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor is deeply concerned about the potential storm surge, stating, "The area is already saturated. We just can't handle that storm surge as it floods into Tampa Bay." Today, with the clock ticking, crews raced to clear debris from previous storms, while hospitals made final preparations. Authorities are urging residents in evacuation zones to leave immediately for their safety. At a gas station in Orlando, NBC's Priscilla Thompson met Terry Burke, whose home in St. Pete was devastated by Hurricane Helene. She now faces yet another evacuation and expressed feelings of being overwhelmed by the situation. Conditions here have worsened dramatically over the last hour. Sarasota's police department has suspended emergency services due to strong winds and heavy rain. The biggest threat now is storm surge, with potential heights of 9 to 13 feet. Sarasota is bracing for an intense disaster, with hurricane-force wind gusts and torrential rainfall already saturating the area. Officials are warning that the storm surge may be unsurvivable. Hurricane Milton is moving faster than expected, with winds of 120 miles per hour as it heads northeast at 15 miles per hour. Tornado watches are in effect until 9 p.m., and wind gusts up to 127 miles per hour are possible in Sarasota. A significant flood risk is expected, with rainfall totals reaching up to 18 inches in some areas. Tornadic activity has left a trail of destruction, but now all eyes are on the water. In Fort Myers, streets are already flooding as the area braces for a direct hit. Nearly 800,000 residents of Lee County are under mandatory evacuation orders. Many are still rebuilding from Hurricane Ian and now face the threat of yet another catastrophic storm. Inland, Orlando is also preparing for major flooding. The city is bracing for up to 14 inches of rain, which could lead to catastrophic flash floods. Officials have distributed more than 200,000 sandbags and positioned pumps to manage the impending floodwaters. Credits: narration by Lester Holt, Tom Lamas, Al Roker, Sam Brock, and Priscilla Thompson.